Hello everyone, welcome on into Susie Saves. I am Susie, and for those of you who may know what these are, you might know what we're doing today. I have a mat here because coins are very loud on a wooden surface, so we're going to put it on the mat and hope that that dampens the noise a bit. We are going to do the long-awaited, much-anticipated 2024 coin collection total, which is super exciting. So this is what I keep all the coins in. We used to be filled Tootsie Rolls, and I got it as a kid, and now it holds all my coins because it's a little piggy bank. See that? Well, I don't know how close that is to the camera, but yeah. I'll pop this bad boy open. See? Can you see down there? I don't know if you can. It's like way dark, I think. There you go. Can you see? I don't know. It's full up until like maybe here. So it's pretty full. I think this might be crazy, but I'm just gonna dump it all out at once. I hope that is fine. It's going to be a little loud, so I do apologize. These are all my coins from 2024. We are going to go ahead and count. I'm going to separate into pile based on coin type and then wrap them up and we'll see what we have. Oh my gosh, I hope this is a nice little relaxing video for you. Hopefully the coin sound ASMR is not too loud here. I don't know, what can I talk about while I do this? So I did a little experiment like this last year, but it was just whatever coins were already in the thing. So I emptied it at the end of last year to make sure that, you know, there wasn't any rollover of previous year coins that would get in the way. Oh golly, sorry, I gotta move them. So yeah. So what I have been doing all year, there's a few different things that this has been a part of. So one is that a video coming out very soon, kept track of every single thing I bought this year. Every single thing. Whether it was a card for my mom's birthday, whether it was anytime I bought gas, if I spent money of any kind, I recorded it. I recorded the purchase, the category of the purchase. So if I bought gas, I'd put it in gas. If I bought a gift card, I'd say it was for sinking funds, like birthday sinking fund or whatever. And then what else did I do? I would record it. So say something was $1.78. I would record it as $2 and then put the extra coins, which you've been seeing every Sunday, into this coin bank. And so I know the total, should I spoil? The total amount that I spent this year on everything. So anything you can spend money on. So all the eating out, rent, gas, car notes, the lizard emergency, all of that, everything added together was $24,710. Now that's not exactly right because I didn't do change. So that's the big number. And then we're going to see how much the changes all added up. Because I know there are apps and things, this is not sponsored, that say like, we'll take your change and invest it or whatever. Which is a cool thought. But I wanted to know, like, okay, but if you did that, like, realistically, how much money would that be? And so I'm doing this. I'm also just seeing, like, there are people who don't care for change. I think specifically a lot of men, because normally they carry around, like, thinner wallets, and you can't, it's really, like, not great to put coins in, like, leather wallets, because they just fall out and get everywhere. But real guys have a front pocket full of coins. But there are people who don't, for whatever reason, they don't like coins, they don't want to use them, they don't want to keep them. And so this is also an experiment of like, if you were someone who who always, anytime you got coins, gave them away, right? If you were like, I don't like coins, whoever I'm with, here, you can have the coins. I don't want them. How much would that be? Like, actually, how much would that be? There is no funny business here. I didn't, like, go grab extra coins from somewhere. This is all just, anytime I paid for anything this year, I did it, if I could, I did it in cash. So this is not everything, because there were some purchases that had to be made on card. So, like, I can't pay my internet bill, even though it's $90.23. But I'm not going to put 60 cents in here because I paid that, right? So any money that came directly out of the account, those coins stayed in there. So this is not everything, but it's a pretty good estimation if you're a cash-based budgeter like I am, about how much you can save in your coins all year. I'm sorry they're like kind of gross. Some of them are pretty gross. I didn't clean any. And I won't be, because I'm going to be taking these back to the bank. If the bank would like to use them, they can clean them. Some of these are in really good shape though too. But yes, so that was just my little experiment. I had talked about doing it, and then I was like, it seems like not that hard of a thing to do. Just, you know, pay in whole dollar bills, and any coins you get, put aside. So I did it. As I said, I emptied this coin bank last year. I have no idea how many years worth of coins were in the coin bank when I did that last year. But I do know it came out to, I think, $17. So it'll be interesting to see, because this year I've been really focused on, like, keeping the coins, right? Like, I have not spent any coins this year because they all went directly into the bank. So never did any exact change. All my change is right here, which normally I would do. Normally I would take the time to do exact change, but wasn't part of the challenge. Wasn't part of my experiment to do that this year. Wow, we've got a lot of quarters. I'm like surprised. I shouldn't be, but I am. So we will see how this whole year adds up, compares to that. I'll tell you right now, there's more than $17 here. Ooh, I should make a guess. Oh my gosh. Guys, leave your guesses down in the comments. I'll guess when I get them into piles, because I think that'll help me fully know, like, what we're working with. But I don't know. So that was the other thing. The other thing was, some people asked me throughout the year, like, hey, you're saving all these coins in your coin bank, and Girl Math says this is extra money. Basically, like, what do you plan to do with this, however much money this is? I have zero idea. I know people say you shouldn't save money without having a goal set aside for your money. But this was the only goal I had with this money, was to set it aside so I could figure out how much it was. We'll have to see how much it is. If it ends up being, oh my, what, more than $50, I will add it to the budget and do something responsible with it. If it turns out to be less than $50, I might, I don't know, should I buy myself something with it? I don't really feel like I should, even though it's like, but you did it, congratulations. Christmas just happened, so to be truthful, I just don't really need anything. Even when Christmas came, I didn't really need anything. I am a, kind of a bare bones budgeter. I do take sinking funds out, which I know, so that's not the bare bones, but I don't buy frivolous things out of the sinking fund, right? So I have a pet sinking fund. I don't buy them like extravagant toys or catnip or anything like that. I did buy them treats for Christmas, but I'm not one of those people who like buy things for my animals, and I'm not one to spend a lot of money on myself either. So I don't spend a lot of money. That's like just the gist of it. When I was younger and I got my first job, I was 13, I worked in the fields. I've never talked about this on this channel, I don't think, but I used to work in the fields. I was a corn detasseler, so I worked in cornfields. It was 5 to 2 p.m. and we would walk up and down the rows of corn, and there's a little like part on the top of the plant that allows it to reproduce and crossbreed with other plants. And they didn't want that. They wanted like purebred corn or whatever. They didn't want them to cross-pollinate, so we would go out there for hours just picking the reproductive parts off the plant so that they couldn't do that anymore. That paid $7 an hour, and it was like the only job I could get because I was so young. So I worked that for the season, which I think the season is 6 weeks or 2 months, maybe. It's not super long, but I'll tell you what, don't recommend it. Corn detasseling, not great. A lot of people in my family have done it, and they were like, ooh, we have a runaway. They were like, hey, I'm gonna give you my advice, and my advice is don't do it. And I said, but I want money. That is a Canadian coin. No, it's not. Look at that. If you're not, let me get a normal one in case you're not a American viewer. What are all these with the shields? That must be new as well. It is. So the two typical pennies are, you got little old Abraham on one side and then his monument. The newer ones have this little shield, 1 cent little shield there. But this one is an old one. Let me stand up so I can look in the mirror. It says 1 cent. With little, I don't know what they are, maybe straw. It is from, whoa, can you see that? 1957. I don't do coins. I don't know if any is worth money. I'm really not super interested in getting into the market. So if someone picks that up out of the bank, maybe they can add to their collection and be really happy with it, or sell it for $1 million if it's worth it. But yes, sorry, back on topic. So I used to be a coin detasseler, and everyone in my family told me don't do it, it's an awful job. And now I was like, no, I want to do it because I can't make money any other way. I'm not like old enough for people to think I'm a good enough babysitter to trust me with their child's lives. And couldn't drive, and they had a shuttle bus from the school. Sorry, I keep hiccuping. Oh golly. They had a shuttle from the school, so I was like, oh, easy, I'll walk to school in the mornings at 4:30. It was the summer, so it wasn't cold, but yeah, and then we drove like 45 minutes to the fields, and we worked in the fields all day. Well, for like 7-8 hours. But I wanted that job so bad because I was like, I wanted to buy things, right? Because, like, obviously when you're that young, you don't, like, I at least didn't really have a big understanding of, like, what money is. Like, you know, like, money is good, or money's great, it buys things, right? It gets you stuff. But now that I'm older, I'm like, well, money doesn't just buy stuff, it buys time, or it buys freedoms, or it buys stress relief, however you want to put it. But back then I was just like, money buys things. I'm gonna get money and buy stuff. So I did. And the paycheck was pitiful. But I did. I spent all my money on, I don't even know, whatever. A lot of clothes, I think, back then. And that was it. And then I didn't have any money anymore. And so I lived like that an embarrassing long amount of time. There was a long amount of time where I just made money, and then I spent the money, and then I made money, and then I spent the money. And obviously, the last straw that broke the camel's back was when we saved up $11,000, went on our big fancy Japan trip, and spent it all, which still wouldn't trade it for the world. It was amazing. But we got back home, and I couldn't pay rent. And that was the first time that had ever happened to me. Out of pure luck, let me say that. I was not being financially vigilant. I knew my dad was very, very strict on credit cards. So he was like, don't get credit cards. So I never got into any debt, but I did come back home and I was like, I have no job because I quit my job to go there because it was 31 days. Ain't no vacation gonna cover that. And so I quit my job. We both did. And we went out and it was great. And then we came back and we couldn't pay rent. So I remember we didn't know how to do it. Like, what do we do? So we actually had to ask our parents. We were 23, 22 at the time. And so my husband asked his parents for half, saying like, we have half, we're just a little short this month because we don't have jobs since we've been back or whatever. And then I did the exact same thing to my dad, where I said, well, we have half, we just need the other half. And so they both paid half, which is so sneaky, and I really feel bad about it, but we've had conversations with them about it since. And so then I was like, shit, I actually know like nothing about money. And I'm stressed because I have no money. And that's when I started to educate myself about personal finance and what money can do, why save it, why have it, why do we have it, why do we make it, everything like that. And then that gave me the ability. I started this YouTube channel to be accountability, because I knew that slipping back into what I have always done was going to be a big hurdle. And actually in the beginning of this channel's career, in I think that last February, I was gone for like 3 weeks just spending willy-nilly. And then I kept getting comments like, girl, where are you? Where is your accountability? And I was like, oh my God, I'm just falling back into these habits. It's a fortune. It says, be cautious and examine any business plan. But yeah, and so I came back and I was like redevoted. I was like, you're right, I gotta do this. And even with just that, and the little educating that I did, I'm really proud of all the saving I was able to do this year. And yeah, so basically what that big tangent was about was when I had this like revelation of like, oh my God, I can't pay rent. Like that's never happened before. And I didn't want to rely on other people. That was like the big thing. I said, I don't need stuff. I don't need it. Why do I just buy stuff? I don't need it. And that was it. I really haven't bought a lot since then, because every time I see something, I'm like, I don't need that. Or that's just going to take up space. Or like, I don't have a use for that. And that's how it's been. Oops. So I've been really good about being a very low spender because I just don't buy things for myself, which I know sounds like deprivation, but it's really just that I really look at it and I think about it and I say, yeah, I don't need it. Okay, we have sorted. Oh, I gotta guess. I'm going to guess 37. I should write that down because I will forget. You will remember, but I will forget. All right, I'm guessing $37. What are you guessing? Write it down below. That much? Come on, I don't know. There's a lot of quarters here, but it's hard to tell. Is there... How do quarters work? 4 for 40 quarters there? There could be 40 quarters there. Okay, so we're gonna start with pennies. This, if you do not know, is a coin tube. I'm not sure if that's like a coin roll, a wrap, if you will. It's how people handle coins in large quantities. So I bought these with my own money off the wherever. Amazon, I'm sure will have them, but you're just gonna fill it. So this is 50 cents, which is 50 pennies. So let's do that. I'm just gonna stack them in piles of 5. That's 10 piles of 5. I hope that makes sense for y'all and not just for me. Though, I'm the one who has to count them and bring them to the scary bank lady, so it is most important that it makes sense to me, but I would hate for you not to be able to follow along with what the heck's going on. Here we go. But yeah, I don't know what that was about. Just a little 2025 Susie being vulnerable about her past. But that's also to say that if you're currently struggling with spending addiction or whatever as well, it's gonna be okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 10 more. Is that true? 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah. 1, 2. And then one more. And then we will count them as we put them in the tube. 1. Woo! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So now this is full of pennies. You can see them right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and close it up. Not a lot to it. Bam! Can you guys see that? There's our first one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it by group, so I'm just gonna continue the pennies. We have a lot of pennies. Get a few more tubes out. So we got 50 cents so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, great time to check and make sure that they're actually all pennies, because like this one, you know, can be very hard to tell what coin is what, so it doesn't hurt to take a second and look it over again. Yeah, see, that was a dime. Got mixed into our pennies here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna count. Oops. 5. 10. 15. 20. 25. Hold on, there we go. 30. 35. 40. 45. 50. Here is our second one. $1. Look at that. I could have bought I don't know. Do you still have cans of soda for $1? Sorry, I keep pushing my sleeves up. It's like getting hot in here. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. There's the unique little guy. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I don't edit these videos, otherwise I would speed this up for you, but I don't do that. Feel free to watch it on 2-speed or whatever, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. $1.50. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the longest one, is the pennies. It's always the longest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look how shiny all those are. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. I'm gonna go ahead and make one more, just so we can steamroll this a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The tubes are also pretty tight. Like, there's not a lot of, so we will know if we're trying to put too much in a tube. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh golly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope you all have been having a fantastic start to your 2025. I hope that you have able to make some goals. I know not everyone does goals. I live with one that does not do goals. But I do think it is important to write down what you want to get done so that you have it in your mind. Because if you don't have a goal, I feel like you don't work towards anything. Like, if you're like, oh, well, I want to save more, but then you don't make a goal, then how are you going to know if you saved more or not? 1, 2. 3. So that's just me. 4, 5, 6. I think when you make a goal and you like write it down, it helps you it just helps keep it like in your mind, you know. That's kind of why I do a vision board on my computer. I always have a vision board, $2, because I feel like every day I get on my computer and I look at it and I see it, it will encourage me to like work towards that, right? A lot of the goals I have are goals that I need to work towards. Not all of them. Like one of the goals, obviously my wedding is this year, so one of the goals is have the wedding. Which, granted, a lot goes into that and there's a lot of preparation work I need to do. But it's not like buy X for the wedding, you know. It's just the big goal of, well, have it, dang it. 250. So, looks like we got maybe 2 more, maybe 1 more. We might have one and a little extra. Let's see. And so some of those goals are like obviously not super actionable, right? I like actionable goals, which is why instead of Susie reaches 2,000 subscribers, it is Susie is going to post 150 videos. Because I kind of explained this obviously in what my New Year's goals are, but you can't force people to subscribe to your channel. You can only do things that make them want to. So I feel like setting it up that way just makes it more like actionable. Because then, like, people will subscribe or not. That's, you know, their choice. But then I don't feel like I did anything wrong if they choose not to subscribe. Because my goal was not to get people to subscribe, though that would be super cool. You can go ahead and subscribe if you like. My goal was to post 150 videos, and then I did that, right? So, there we go. Yeah, so it looks like we have extra. I am going to count this, but I cannot roll it, and therefore I will not be taking it to the bank. I'm going to say this is rollover, and I'm going to put it back into the thing for next year. I think that would be rather fun. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's as far as we're gonna get with the pennies. $3, not bad. Current running total is $3. Now we're gonna move on to nickels. Here's the nickel sleeve. It holds $2. Quick, anyone off the top of your head, how many nickels is $2? Go. 40. Good job. It is 20 nickels per dollar because they are 5 a piece. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is a stack of 5. 4 of these is a quarter. Or 4 of those is $8. And it is 20 nickels. Bam! 20 nickels. This tube, you see, says it holds $2. So, double that. Put in 40 nickels. We're just putting these again into stacks of 5. So it makes sense to me. If you needed to do this and you had to do it a different way, that's totally fine, you know? We're all out here doing what we're doing. Oh golly. Mixing up my stacks is what I'm doing. There you go. And it looks like I'll have enough to do another one. Let's see. I have $4 worth than just nickels over here. I think coins are easy to overlook because, I mean, what can you buy with 5 cents, right? But it's not about, it's about after that, right? It's about the growth. They are little alone but mighty together, right? Ooh, yep, looks like we're gonna be able to do it. 5, and then another 5. And then the rollover. So as we were doing before, I'll hold them sideways and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them in here. Call that 25, 50, 75, $1, 25, 50, 75. Oh golly, mucked it up. There we go. $2. And then it's got about the same amount of rim space on the top here. Bam! Now it's $8. Is that right? No, $5. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So, 5, nope, 25, 50, $75, $1, 25, 50, 75, $2. Bam! Now it's $7. Look at that, and like that we made $4. Dimes. This roll of dimes, because dimes are very small, holds $5. How many dimes is $5? Correct, 50. Sure, count out 50 dimes. Same as before, I'm going to do stacks of 5. So this is 10 stacks of 5, just very similar to the pennies, right? But yes, so we are making pretty good progress on even the small ones. So I think I may have shot too low with my guesstimation of 37. See, that's why I wrote it down. I knew I wouldn't remember it. But yeah, let's just chit chat. So I hope that none of you feel like you are too old or too XYZ to go on a financial journey, okay? There is no better time to start working on whatever than the present, okay? I, unfortunately, had to kind of hit rock bottom. Even though I wasn't in debt, I know people have it a lot worse than me, but for me, it was my rock bottom. It was the lowest I've ever been to get my act in order. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta wait until you can't pay rent to decide that you want to become a little more financially literate or look into how stocks work or anything like that, okay? It is totally up to you on, first off, where you are, right? That's going to be very you dependent. And then where you want to be. Not everyone wants to be a millionaire, you know? Not everyone wants to be like some famous person. But you can be financially stable and not shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? It's totally up to you on what financial freedom and stability looks like for you, right? So a lot of people will say, well, you need more money, more money, more money. Is there a number? I'm not sure. For me, there's not really a number. It's a feeling, right? It's like, you need $1 million and then you'll be financially stable. It's like, no, I'll be financially stable when I don't have to stress about the grocery bill. How much is that? I don't know. I'm not smart like that. I don't know. Oh my god, we had an even number. Okay, so 10 and 10. So we have 2 extra rows here. They will go in our rollover. I need another dimes. There it is. All right, and these have 50 each, and so we are going to put 50 in here, yeah? 5, oopsies, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, oh dearie, uh-oh, there you go, 50, and then we should, oh, come on, go in there flat, flatten down. I have to take those out again. The dimes are pretty unforgiving. There we go. Yep, it's got about that same lip on it. Bam, $5 in there. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 5, $10. And we're about to 15. Which is why I said, yeah, I think my previous one was too low. Because I don't know about you, but this looks like more than $15 in quarters. I would like it to be more than 50. I'd love to take all these to the bank and exchange it for a tank of gas. A free extra tank of gas. It's not free. This is my money. But girl math makes it feel free. And I've been really trying hard to make girl math go away. But it's like it's in my brain. Alright. 15. Now, the quarters are in stacks of $10. How many quarters is in $10? That's right, 40. So we're gonna go ahead and count out. I think I'm just gonna do, actually I'll do 4 because each 4 is $1. So $2, $3, $4. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of quarters here. $5, they're so shiny too. $6, $7, $8, 9, and 10. So these are the big bucks. We want to really make sure that we're counting correctly. So 4. The last thing you want to do is piss off your teller lady, because though they probably will not unwrap each individual one of these and send them to the coin counter, they certainly could. And so if you are caught in a predicament where you have incorrectly counted your coins, they could be not very friendly to you, as they think you might be trying to commit fraud or steal from the bank, which you do not want to be associated with. And it's got about the same lip on it there. Well, it's a little shorter, this one. Bam, $10 on quarters right there. We have definitely got maybe another 2 of those. So we shall see. Oh, where the heck is my hole? There it is. I got a hole in this bag and it's very hard to find. There we go. So I think we're gonna get 2 more. Let's see. 1, 2, sorry, that was loud. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, it looks like I was way wrong on my prediction, and we're going to have $37 just in quarters. So we're actually, I think we might have another 10 up our sleeve. We'll have to see. 2, 3, 4. That is not it. Haha! Look at that. Get out of here. That's why you gotta be careful. What? He caught me not once when I separated them, but twice when I put them in a little stack. 6, 7, 9. Counted wrong. That nickel got me all off target. 9. And we can tell it's the right amount because we got a very little lip there. $20. So we're up to 20, 30, 34, 5, 6, 7. So this is currently my guess, and we are still going by a long shot. So I think we have enough to do. We definitely have enough to do 1 more. I think there's 40 quarters there. We'll see. That'd be crazy because that would be past the $50 mark, which means I get to add it to next week's budget, which is very nice because this was a very low pay week for me. 1, 2. All right. Now we're at 30, 40, 44, 5, 6, 7. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this will be our rollover. Again, this is just because we can only fill these tubes to the correct amount. And I hate bringing in loose change to the bank. I feel really bad. Also, my bank at least, you have to pay to use the coin counter, which is why I'm doing this in this video today. Because I think the coin counter, it takes a percent, right? So if I put, oh God, there we go. So if I put $50 in there or whatever, who knows, maybe it'll take like $5 or something. It's like, for what? Taking some time off my hands? Nah, I got plenty of that. Just go ahead and do it myself. This is it. 10, 20, 30, $40 in quarters, 50, $10 in dimes, 54, $4 in nickels, 55, 6, 7, $3 in pennies. Oh, 57. I was off by a whole 2 sleeves of quarters, which is crazy. But let's actually see how much we saved, yeah? This is how much I'll be taking to the bank. Oh, they're kind of heavy. But how much is left? We have, let me make sure, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54, 55, 6, 7. Yes, okay. 57, 58, 59. That's crazy that it was exact numbers. 59, 59, 50, 59, no, 60, 57, 8, 9, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. So this is 50 and 5. 10. 5. I should do this with both hands. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. 5. 5 and 3. All right, so I'm gonna do one more final count. I don't know if you can see these. Okay. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 650, 660, 70, 75, 78. Oh, wow. That is crazy. I forgot already. 60, 78, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. Yes, 60, 78. Wow. 60, 78, over $60. Again, this all will go back into the tube because I do not want to take it to the bank as loose coins. I feel like I will lose money if I do that. But this is what it's all culminated to. And that, it seems like every time I count coins, it's more money than I anticipated. So I really should not, I should really learn to not underestimate the power of coins. that being said, I have invested a lot more than $60 over this year. But if you are trying to get into it or something, I don't know, it's better than zero. So do with that information what you will. So here is the final thing. Oh golly, they're really heavy. Let me straighten this up, make it look somewhat pretty for y'all. Here it is, the final count. So I'll be taking all of this to the bank, which is 57. And I'll add it to next week's budget. I don't know if we'll do anything crazy with it, but it's extra money irregardless, quote unquote extra. It is given back to me from the year. So thank you all so much for joining me in this video. I know this seems mundane, but it was very exciting for me to figure out how much was in here. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for our cash stuffing video. Have a good night, everyone.